Welcome, my name is Jeff Watts, and I'm very excited to announce our launch of our online Watts Atelier online program. And it's basically mirroring a lot of the classes that we teach at our actual traditional atelier. And today I want to share a little bit about Phase II gouache painting, portrait. And in this phase, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be opening up the range of the palette to a warm and cool palette. And we were using a Zorn palette. We did black and white in phase one. We did Zorn. Now we're up to warm and cool. And what I did is I used 2 males, 2 females to show the examples of this. And this one, we have our comps at the top, which we'll always be doing. And then we go right into the painting, and I walk you through actually this, every phase of this, very close up. This is what I'm most excited about. Gouache is my second favorite medium. Very difficult to teach in a classroom environment because you can never see what the teacher's doing because you have to be very close range. So actually, this is tailor-made for teaching online. And basically what I have here is I have one side of the head left tiles. The other side has been blended out. The wonderful thing about gouache is it's a water-based medium that can be reactivated at any time. That's the only medium that I know of that can do that. Okay, so with the exception of maybe digital. But this is a wonderful training medium, and that's what we're going to use it as. So this is a great example of an older female. And then I have this example of, again, African-American, skin tone with warm on one side, cool on the other side. We've got our comps at the top. I obviously chose this one. So we do our 3 comps. I spend about 10 minutes on each, and I show you how to do that. Then you go right into the actual piece. I show you the projection, and then we go right on down to the finish. And you're going to have the same picture to work from. You're going to have handouts that go along with it that talk about all the particulars that maybe were overlooked in the video. But man, I talked the whole time, so you're going to get a lot of great information and a lot of close-ups of these being executed. So really excited about this phase. Hope you enjoy it. We're going to show you some clips of the actual paintings being executed so that you can get a really good feel for how they look on the actual program. So hopefully if all goes well, I'll see you in there soon. You need a little bit of a shadow coming off the nose onto the mustache, a little bit of an indication for separation there. This is getting a little, and again, I'm trying not to make this into a rendering of this head. So I have to really refrain from trying to do that because sometimes I'll see something and go, God, it looks really wonky looking. Mostly just trying to get, really a nice feeling overall. And it's white it's dark against white. I don't, obviously I don't think I'm going to go with that. I'm not terribly fond of it, but you don't know until you try it. Yeah, we're starting to kind of get, again, he has this kind of pasty, not pasty so much as real alabasterish kind of English-looking skin tone, kind of, again, not olive complexion, So we're kind of mixing a lot of peach type tone, and we want to keep it, I think, a little on the warm side, although it'll be kind of cold as it shifts over into the lights. Now I like ruddy noses, but I don't think everybody needs to look like they're drunk or freezing cold. So I don't always push the nose ridiculously red, and in this case I don't really see him having a really red nose, so I'm going to kind of play that down a little bit. Just a little bit. Indicate it without trying to copy it. That's a key to a lot of things, is how do you get the illusion of something by distilling it down into its essence and then using whatever tools, palette knife, finger, different brushes, to get the point across and make it look like that thing. That's indication. That's my definition of indication in a kind of a long roundabout kind of way. But it's one of the funner parts of painting, and it affords itself a really fun opportunity to try to get things to be really exciting, and I think that's kind of looking interesting. So let's say we have like a little bit of the ochre, a little bit of the mauve in there, up around the head at the very top. We could go with like a dark green or something, like so black with a little phthalo green, and maybe put that in as a really dark, but it's a green dark if you look really carefully at it. It's not black. It's got a lot of phthalo, and phthalo is a very, as we know, is a very strong color. Normally I would tape off around this to give it really clean edges, but I don't think we need to get too crazy. Some of the other areas around it, the dark crease where the upper lid
passes in. Above that, we might want to use this same color, but we don't want to just put it equally all along at the same width. We want to vary the width of it for variety's sake. You're not going to see that in the reference. You're going to have to create that variation and variety. Why? Because it looks good. There's no other reason. It looks good. It's not technical. It's not necessarily even always logical. It's an invention, a manipulation. Stuff that you need, skill sets. And we'll see. We'll see with time what reveals itself. It's going to be fun to watch. It really is. That's one of the funnest things for me, most enjoyable things, is watching people's strengths reveal themselves over time. I usually can get a pretty good sense. Kind of go over and around some of the stuff I just did. So it looks like I'm doing something really special. When in reality it's not very special at all, just a little indication there. Back up there. Kind of transitioning between those hot spots with a little kind of lighter color that kind of bridges a little bit so those hot spots don't feel quite so foreign.